So a lot of people say that fixing your credit is the first step to purchasing a home. I would have to disagree. Let's talk about why. Hey, TaNia Thomas here, Jesus lover, dedicated wife and mom, serial entrepreneur, and extraordinary real estate broker. So don't get me wrong, I don't totally disagree, but I do to an extent. My argument is if you have to fix your credit, there had to be something wrong with it to begin with, right? So what caused your credit to get messed up? Bad spending habits, not making bills a priority, or just plain on not knowing how to budget. Now don't get me wrong, there are some people that usually do well with their finances and they just fell on hard times. But for most, that's not the case. I see so many people go through credit repair programs just to be right back in the place they were in the next few years, or sometimes the same year. I don't want that for you. And I definitely don't want you to fix your credit and buy a house just to possibly lose it. I do want you to get a home, but what's more important to me is that you actually keep the house. I specialize in helping people, so I deal with a lot of foreclosures because, like I said, I like to help people and I want to be able to come in and shine that light in a dark situation if I can. But the worst thing for me as a real estate professional is to see someone's house that I sold them come across the foreclosure auction. And I've seen it more times than I would have liked to. So I thought about it and I'm like, what's going on here? And what it is that we have to fix our mindset. Our mindset around credit, around money, around budgeting, and around priorities. It's not just fixing the number on your credit report. Remember, it all starts on the inside. Everything does. So I would argue that the first step is creating a budget so you can really know what you can afford when you're paying a mortgage. And if you can't afford it now, you can at least make a plan to cut back on unnecessary things so that you can afford it in the near future. Most people don't even know where their money is going. When you go down your bank statements, if you go down your bank statements, you'll see things that you don't even utilize. So many little, trials that we didn't signed up for, or, memberships or subscriptions that we have that we probably don't even use. So that's a good place to start. So if you haven't, take a highlighter and go through your bank statements and just look through where your money is going. And while you're doing that, you might as well create a budget for yourself and stick to it. I'm adding a link to an income and expense Google sheet that you can use, and also a link to an app called YNAB, which is a great budgeting app that you can download right to your phone and computer. And it's like really cool. What I like about the app is that it holds you accountable, right? And it doesn't let you spend money that you don't actually have in your bank account. So it links to your bank account and it shows you how much you have in there and where you're gonna assign it to. And you can also set goals like paying off this credit card, or paying down my house, paying my house off. And you can allocate funds to whatever you have, weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, semi-annually. So it's a really good tool to have, And if not, the spreadsheet works. It's really good for starting off budgeting as well. And no, I don't have a paid partnership with YNAB, not yet. Back to the spreadsheet. So if you use the spreadsheet, then it will show you like your surplus and your deficit, so you can get a really good picture of where your money is going. The only thing about the spreadsheet is that it doesn't really hold you accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable. A lot of us need to enforce some discipline around our finances, right? And I know discipline is like a bad word, right? But it is so necessary. What I did to discipline myself is I created different accounts for everything. So I have a living expense account, a Jesus Christ account, spending account, savings for investing, saving for house repairs, like an incidental account, and different things like that. And I have a percentage that goes in each account every time I get paid. And it's predetermined at the beginning of the month, like how much needs to go in there, right? Okay, so let's say you're looking to put money aside to purchase a home or to invest. You can use one account different from what you do everything else in, and send a percentage of every check there, and you'll see how fast it adds up. And then when you get the house and want to upgrade it, make that account an upgrade account and still send a percentage there. I put money aside out of every check to fix my bathroom until I had the amount I needed. Now I'm using the same plan to save towards another project. Find out where your money is going, what you need to do, how are you spending your money, what should you cut back on. Look at your finances and just create an overall plan. And think about this, Maybe. Instead of paying someone to bail you out of your credit issues, put the work in yourself. You'll appreciate it more and you'll think twice before you put yourself in that situation again. I just don't want you to get a home and lose it. I want you to hold on to it and pass it on if you want to, or resell it, cash it in and buy a bigger one. Just build generational wealth. Don't give it back to the bank. The goal is not just to acquire, but to maintain it. And changing your mindset is what's going to help you to maintain it. My pastor always says, if you change the way you think, you'll change your life. And that has proven to be true in my life. We'll still talk about credit in another video, and I'll give you some tips and tricks to build your credit up. If you like this video and you want to see more content like it, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop new content.